Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Boston Celtics. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And GA, at this stage of the season, we're still trying to sort out the real contenders from the rest of the pack, aren't we?
Yeah, and it'll take a couple months to sort that out. There are more than a few teams that are still trying to find that groove.
Now here's Stuckey. Clock at 6. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Love the heart that Stuckey plays with. I mean, this guy gives it all the time. Never afraid of working his way inside for the close-range bucket.
Richard Hamilton on the wing. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Wilcox passes to Monroe. Allen with the ball. Now Hamilton defending. Ray Allen is on the wing. Pass to Perkins. Garnett outside. Allen for the 3. Poked away.
Well, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to New York.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Seeking out the contact inside.
He's going straight up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
And, guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Garnett with a screen on Stuckey. Rondo passes to Garnett. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Now Stuckey. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Allen outside. Pass to Rondo. Detroit with the rebound.
And 0 for 4 starts. Somebody forgot to take this team out of the cooler.
McGrady kicks to Wilcox. Here's Monroe. Detroit, no good that time either.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, he's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside.
Now here's Pierce. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. Here's the pass to Perkins. And that comes off the assist by Pierce.
Strong effort that time, producing the best look possible.
Now here's Stuckey. Pass to Hamilton. Inside, here's Wilcox, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Rondo kicks to Perkins. Here's for three. Rebounded by the Pistons. Wilcox has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Hamilton dishes to Stuckey. Back to Hamilton. Over Allen. It's rebounded by Rondo.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Shots good by Garnett.
Garnett very comfortable close to the basket now. He's efficient as a low block scorer.
And so now a timeout called by Brad Nelson. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Get up, get up, get up, and start making some noise. Here they come.
A different look here for Detroit. Villanueva comes in for Wilcox. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Shaq's checked in for Perkins. Davis comes in for Garnett. Michael Petrus is checked in for Allen. And it's Nash in for Rondo. Now here's Gordon. He just could not put it together in that loss to Chicago. 6 to shoot. This one for three. Rebound Boston. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and you know there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
And it's Nash missing. Pass to McGrady. Launches it. He doesn't hit that one. That's the end of the first quarter and not much scoring. It remains close. Celtics lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
It's to Villanueva. Gordon for three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Pierce. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Paul Pierce rising and throwing it down. Not known for his vertical, but he's got a little more bounce than we thought.
Outside Gordon. To the middle. Here's Maxio. And the dunk by Maxio.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
It's Pierce on the wing. Defended by Jerebko. Was shot by Shaq. No good.
Come on, man.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
To the wing on the left. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
He's got to go.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And some changes here for the Celtics. Perkins is checked in for Shaq. And it's Rondo in for Nash. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Boston. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Allen passes to Perkins. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in. Allen's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. And here is Stuckey. Hamilton outside. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Rip Hamilton getting up. Not just a shooter, folks.
Rondo against Stuckey. Rondo kicks to Perkins. Ray Allen is on the wing. It's Pierce on the wing. Davis with a screen on Hamilton. Pierce the pass to Davis. And that one drops. And the Celtics lead by 3. Clark, free agency was just crazy this summer. Obviously, LeBron to the Heat. That's the big move. Chris Bosh going to Miami as well. Wow.
Yeah, obviously the Heat were the big winners, clearly. And keeping Wade was part of that.
And so now a timeout called by Brad Nelson. He's ready to talk things through with them. Different look here for Detroit. Monroe's checked in for Villanueva. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Gordon. And then for Boston, Kevin Garnett is checked in for Perkins. Pietrus comes in for Pierce. And Chalmers in for Ray Allen. To the paint. Here's Wilcox. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Gets it in close and doesn't waste that high percentage shot.
Davis with a screen on Stuckey. Rondo passes to Davis. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Davis has got the lead back up to 3 now for the Celtics. Rondo against Stuckey. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. The Celtics working the ball around now. Davis setting the pick for Peaches. Back to Davis. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
You know, Davis right in his zone here. I mean, extremely comfortable throwing his body around inside.
They set the screen. Pass to Wilcox. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Impressive work down on the block.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, and Hamilton just constantly working his tail off. Excels shooting it from mid-range. Just always on the move, constantly working off screen.
Pietrus against McGrady. Pass to Chalmers. It's stolen by Wilcox. Releases from 15, and there's Tracy McGrady, the assist by Wilcox. McGrady's got it all tied up now for the Pistons. Outside Rondo. Here is Pietrus. McGrady covering, and Pietrus is good for 3.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Let's go.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Perkins is checked in for Davis. Pierce comes in for Michael Pietrus. And it's Allen in for Mario Chalmers. And some good action for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
It's crazy. He was wide open.
It's the Celtics. They're up by 3. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Glenn Davis displaying his skills today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Pass to Allen. Deflects the pass. Here's Hamilton. Banked in off the glass. Hamilton's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Pistons. Rondo scanning the floor. Perkins with the screen for Pierce. And here's Perkins. Count the basket. Perkins got 6 points.
Defenders so locked in on Pierce made that an easy assist for him.
Pistons trail by 3. Stuckey outside. Five to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Stuckey's got his second basket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Rondo passes to Garnett. Outside for Rondo. Garnett with a screen on Stuckey. Back to Garnett. Rebounded by Greg Monroe.
Just lay it up, dude. Come on, you got a guard on.
Monroe's got 5 rebounds tonight. Stuckey outside. Pass to Wilcox. Hamilton outside. For the lead. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 11.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Checked in for the Celtics. Pietrus comes in for Allen. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Number 1, Rajon Rondo.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Boston Celtics. And now here's Hamilton, the fast break chance. And Monroe, bucket on the assist by Hamilton. Now it's a 4-point Detroit lead. Rondo with it. Garnett, right side. A power play by KG.
Hey, anytime you're guarding Garnett inside, expect a certain level of physicality.
And so now a timeout called by Brad Nelson. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
And let's see some of the numbers on Paul Pierce. Last year, getting it done. 10th in three-point shooting. And he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency from 3 last year, top 10 in the league, he's truly a dead-eye shooter when he gets it going. Monroe sets a screen for Hamilton. And it's slammed in by Monroe.
Leaving no doubt, slamming it right through.
Celtics trail by 4. Outside Rondo, and it's Pierce in the corner.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And it's Pierce with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Kick out to Hamilton. For the 3. Boston grabs the miss.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
It's Pierce on the wing. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Hamilton outside over Petrus. Here's Wilcox, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Wilcox has got the lead up to 4 now for Detroit. Garnett, the screen. Rondo dishes to Garnett. Rondo passes to Garnett. Petrus against Hamilton. And Petrus kicks to Garnett. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, the length KG has creates problems for defenders, which is why they often foul him inside.
And the first one drops. And a different look here for the Pistons. Jason Maxiel's checked in for Monroe. Villanueva comes in for Chris Wilcox. Jonas Jerebko's checked in for McGrady. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. Steve Nash checked in for Boston. Villanueva, and they pick up 2. Villanueva's got his first 2 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Garnett with a screen on Gordon. Nash the pass to Pierce. Can't connect from short range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pistons lead by 4. And we're coming back. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Hamilton outside. Nash against Gordon. To the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Pierce. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in the game. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for him this half.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
6 on the shot clock, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout, and clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Monroe's checked in for Detroit. Then for the Celtics, Kendrick Perkins. He's checked in for Shaq. And Petrus subbed in for Pierce. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. Coach wants them to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations, and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the 3. We're good, guys.
Thank you, David. Nash tries in. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Perkins.
And this is where Nash is most dangerous. Superb at running that pick and roll.
To the left wing. Villanueva against Davis. Screen by Monroe. Here's Villanueva. Puts it right back up and in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Nash up on top. Defended by Gordon. Here's Davis. Here is Petrus. Oh, great touch off the pass.
Look, the most dangerous guy in the pick and roll is the guy setting the pick. He can do anything in that action.
And so now a timeout called by Brad Nelson. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. A different look here for Detroit. Chris Wilcox. He's checked in for Villanueva. McGrady comes in for Jonas Jerebko. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Gordon. Detroit leading by 8. Monroe down low. Covered by Perkins.
You know, Stuckey really puts some mustard, some heat on his passes. Does a great job setting up his teammates.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Some changes for Boston. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Perkins. Pierce comes in for Michael Petrus. And it's Rondo in for Steve Nash. Davis setting the pick for Rondo. Now Davis. And stolen by Stuckey. And there's the try. Oh, what a play inside.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away. Took that orange right to the rack, and they just let him go by.
Detroit leading by 10. Here is Wilcox. Stuckey outside. 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Allen inside. Celtics trail by 10. Outside, Pierce. Off target from outside.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Pierce against McGrady. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Pistons.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Man, always nice to get win number 1 against the opponent. You'll be seeing a total of this matchup 4 times over the course of the year. So they set the tone tonight, though, for their season series against the Celtics.
Hamilton outside. Garnett pulls it down.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a...
And just nothing out of our scorers, you know. Tons of turnovers, too. I mean, Rondo had 4 turnovers. It's just too many. Pierce and Allen combining for 4 points. It's just not going to fly. KG played pretty good. Big Baby played great. His best game of the year so far. 4 for 4 from the floor. A couple nice pick and rolls. He had a steal. Tie for the team lead in points. But it's time to make a move. It's time to move on from Shaq. This experiment's over. Yeah, I like the guys we have. I think we just need depth. I actually don't hate this trade at all. I like DeMar Carroll a lot. And you get a future first. Might be able to find a big man, too, on their roster. Let's explore this real quick. I like the idea of being able to turn Shaq into a first-round pick. But I also need players. These offers kind of suck. I wonder if we can try to cook something up here. Let's see what we can do. I mean, I feel like that's a fair trade. Try to bring in a third team. Okay, so I would be getting DeAndre Jordan for Shaq and a first-round pick, which is what I offered anyways, and they declined. The Bobcats have offered me Kwame Brown a bunch of times in similar trades, so I know they're willing to trade him, and I think they would do it for a first-round pick. And then adding Kwame also sweetens the pot a little bit for the Clippers, so let's see. Oh, good. Neither team. I mean, I feel like the Clippers are getting a ton in that deal, and they're still saying no. don't want to give up Big Baby. I feel like he's played pretty well. Well, that was a blockbuster, but we pulled it off. DeAndre Jordan, huge. Huge. Now Perkins and Big Baby come off the bench. KG stays at the 4. DeAndre Jordan slides in at the 5. We can sign him to a super max too, because we're going to have him on his rookie deal and his bird rights.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Milwaukee Bucks. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. We got a fun one tonight for you. A couple of conference rivals, Greg, squaring off against one another.
And this rivalry has been fantastic to watch. Always love to see two teams go into a game with an edge, a little attitude. Kevin, I would not be surprised if there's a lot of trash talking here tonight. And the defender was a little out of position there since Bogut to the line.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of this one. That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw.
And you know, with some players, it's more than just the numbers. He provides things for this team that don't always show up in a stat sheet.
Jordan with a screen on Jennings. Rondo passes to Jordan. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
You know, Rondo is a master teacher when it comes to the pick and roll. He knows exactly how to take advantage of what the defense permits.
Now here's Jennings. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. And he gets it to go.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Rondo against Jennings. Floats one, and the layup good by Rondo.
And at his best is Rondo when he's attacking in the paint. Beautiful little floater there. Easy to get it up and over the defense.
Now here's Jennings. Pass to Gooden. Now Maggette. Allen defending. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked by Jordan.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Celtics. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Boston shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside Jennings. Shot clock at 6. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, good awareness to understand the situation. Didn't have a lot of time to get that one off.
Pass to Allen. Jordan, a screen on Maggette. Allen kicks to Garnett. Rondo on top. To the inside. Here's Jordan. Milwaukee with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Now here's Allen. Andrew Bogut unable to get his shot to go. Here is Mbamute. It's stolen by Rondo. It's Jordan on the wing. Rondo kicks to Pierce. Pass to Jordan. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Offense in the paint is what his coaching staff is looking for from Jordan.
And Bogut slams it in. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Boston making some changes. Perkins comes in for DeAndre Jordan. Davis is subbed in for Garnett. And then for Milwaukee, Rockman's checked in, and Delfino has subbed in for Mbahumute. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And it's Pierce in the corner. It's deflected.
The offense thought it'd be an easy shot, but he proved them wrong there with authority.
Jennings can't get it to go. And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for Boston. They trail by 1. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Yeah, it was a surprising outcome for me and you. But hey, sometimes matchups can play out a certain way. We'll see how they do tonight.
Maggette the pass to Bogut. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. For Boston, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Rondo, and the layup falls. Rondo's got his 2nd bucket.
Rondo going right through the contact and scoring there. He's a lot tougher than he looks.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Bogut sets a screen for Jennings. Down low. And the basket by Bogut. Bogut's got 11 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The drive by Rondo, and there it is for him. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Allen. No good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Celtics up by 1. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Red kicks to Delfino. Here is Boykins. It's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. And it's Pierce in the corner. Allen outside. There's the triple. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Allen is lights out as a three-point shooter. Love how fast his release is. Staple gun quick.
Over to the wing. Rockman, the pass to Red. Inside. And the dunk by Sanders.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
The Celtics with the lead. Now Nash. He has yet to score. Allen surveying the D. Clock at 6. Davis with a screen on Red. Red with the steal. Delfino passes to Brockman. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Bucks. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
Checking out Boston. They've had a rocky start to the season. Moving down a little here in the middle of the rankings. Hopefully they can make some corrections here and get this thing moving.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. So Boston ends up going with a new group. Being in the early stages of this new season now, Clark, what are some of the things that have stood out so far?
Well, you know, some teams have come right out of the gate and made a statement. Others have taken a little while to get going. But, you know, like I always say, Kevin, it's a long season. You got to stay even keeled. A lot can change over the course of the length of the season.
Right side Jennings. Over in the corner, Delfino. Jennings taking his time here. Tries the spin move. Garnett with the block.
An infinite reach, it seems. The wingspan of Garnett is just amazing.
And stolen by Jennings. Pass to Gooden. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Delfino. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Garnett. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Bucks trail. Here's Delfino. Hasn't made one yet. Outside Jennings. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Glenn Davis is checked in for the Celtics. Nash comes in for Rajon Rondo. Corey Maggette, he's checked in for Milwaukee. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. Jennings finds Bamute. It's back to Jennings. From deep. Rebound by Pietrus. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Nash with the bucket.
And you got to like how creative Nash is driving inside. A quick-footed guard who just kind of slices through the D and picks his spots.
They get it back. Here's Gooden, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gooden's got his first basket of the night.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Just 4 to shoot. Davis. Milwaukee with the rebound. Gooden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Jennings. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Kevin Garnett.
Jennings is what we call point hungry. This guy loves to score the ball, and he's able to deal and get his shot off against anybody who's guarding.
The first one falls. Brandon Jennings hits them both. Austin with the ball. Nash outside. Outside, Davis to the paint. It's stolen by Bogut. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Andrew Bogut.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Jennings against Rondo. Up again. Here's Jordan, and it's sent back by Bogut.
And Bogut, known as a quality defender, effective at keeping those at bay.
For the lead, Jordan with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's down low. He's guarded by Jennings. Low block shot. Allen, that's good. Allen's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Celtics.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Jennings against Rondo. Here's Maggette. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Maggetti's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
There's one thing on Maggetti's mind when he's on the floor: score the ball. Boy won't let anybody stop him from doing that.
Here's Rondo. Rebound, Milwaukee. Gooden's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Bogut finds Jennings. Corey Maggette on the wing. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings.
3 points.
Jennings has got 3 assists tonight.
Maggette, love when he's aggressive off the catch. Defense has no time to react when he goes that quick.
Oh, Garnett, aggressive.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside Jennings. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
We know you all want to take care of everyone. We'll see here you get more.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Number 1, Rajon Rondo.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
And the NBA hosting games overseas as far back, Clark, is 1978. Always exhibition contests, but do you think we will see a regular season game played abroad?
That's what I'm hearing, and it could be as soon as next season, Kevin. The game is global, and we know the league is desiring to get games played elsewhere outside of the United States. It certainly adds to the excitement and drama of the league, so I think it happens.
And they showed up top 5 in field goal percentage, and that speaks to how consistent they were night in and night out. They were a team that never stayed cold for long.
And you just brought up their assists. They worked the ball around so well. Their offense last season revolved around their passing game. Nash kicks to Perkins. Back to Nash. Nice ball movement by Boston. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Jennings against Nash. 3-pointer. Here's Gooden. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Gooden's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks. Jennings against Nash. Rebounded by the Bucks.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. Earl Boykins checked in for Milwaukee. We've got a chance now to see how the starters and the bench match up scoring-wise tonight for the Bucks. 1:41 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Nash. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, the speed and creativity of Nash is difficult to guard against without fouling, especially when he's driving like that.
The Bucks making a change here. Delfino's checked in. And so Nash nails both of them. Here is Boykins. Nothing on the board. 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Maggette the pass to Mbah-a-Moute. Good. And the Bucks lead by 9.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Tinsley, covered by Maggette. Here's Nash. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but indeed just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Rockman's checked in, and Michael Redd is subbed in for Mbah-a-Moute. Carlos Arroyo, he's checked in for Boston. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Garnett outside. 6 on the shot clock. Allen kicks to Pierce. Over Delfino. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Paul Pierce.
I tell you, when you watch Pierce work, he is well calibrated for the mid-range game.
Corey Maggette on the wing. And it's Arroyo with the rebound.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Maggette outside. The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 5. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Pass to Delfino. Here's Redd, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Redd is such an outstanding offensive player, a lefty shooter who can just take over games on his own.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Michael Petrus is checked in for Mario Chalmers. Both shots good from the stripe. Celtics trail by 7. Allen with it. Pass to Perkins. Pierce against Redd. Pierce kicks to Perkins. 3-pointer, Petrus. And Delfino pulls it down. And for Milwaukee, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Redd passes to Delfino. Petrus against Jennings. Ball's knocked loose. Near the three-point line, it's Redd. And the rebound goes to Perkins. And it's the Celtics with the ball. 7-point differential. Pierce kicks to Petrus. A 3-pointer off the mark. Head against Davis. Can't get it to fall. Boston has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pierce, and he gets the bucket.
A true three-level scorer. Pierce can beat you anywhere on the floor.
And so Scott Skiles decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Headed to the floor right now, it's Celtics Entertainment.
So both teams making some changes here. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles said to his team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And it's time for an injury report.
Well, guys, I had a minute to catch up with the Celtics head athletic trainer. Now, he told me that it's a knee sprain. It's definitely painful, but it's fortunate it wasn't worse. There's never a good time to get injured, of course, but guys, right at the start of the season, has to be one of the worst.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update.
Yeah, you know, it's not easy to maintain an NBA body. It takes tremendous dedication and work, and that's why every team has an expert training staff. They're always available and always doing yeoman's work in helping these guys be ready to perform.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Outside Jennings fires the three. Jordan pulls it down.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Beatrice against Jennings. Right side, Rondo. Beatrice up top. He's guarded by Jennings. Can't get it to go.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Hogan down low. He's against Jordan. Now here's Jennings, covered by Beatrice. 2 points. That one goes.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
It's Allen. Pierce feeling it out of it. And it's blocked.
Excellent timing there by Bamute on the block.
And good that time.
And this is why Pierce is so special. A clutch scorer, and we've seen that in this game. Guy does not back down from the moment.
And there's the dunk.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Pierce down low. He's guarded by Mbamute. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so it's Milwaukee with it. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Jennings. Missed on the three. 36 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's good.
Big shot from Pierce. This is the guy they turn to when they need a bucket.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Third team foul. Line to the box. Corey McGee taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediate.
The line for the Celtics. Paul Pierce at the line for 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though, and he does get the second one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game. Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, he got a foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Takes the 3. Down it goes for 3.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Stolen by Allen. It's tipped. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
God, dude, we had it. We gave it right back. Oh.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Allen fires and get the 3. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy.
That's such a good comeback. I mean, Pierce and Allen are their leaders. That's what we need. DeAndre Jordan played great. Not enough from KG. Just too much.